vitu za multiverse juu zimeanza kuhit kila mahali na kila mtu aanza kuona hiyo interest. I think it's the best place to anza hizi vitu first, watu ku understand. The multiverse kwa Bible already. As in, I don't know. Hii kitu naongea na Kiswahili pole. Niongea na Kizungu endelea tu kurecord. I don't know. Maybe I should talk in English for the sake of can be able to reach a much larger audience. Even though I was in Swahili mode. But anyway, the point is, multiverse has become a big thing. Now, I don't know if to say Hollywood, ama to say at least haiko movie mingi zinatoka. If you see akina Doctor Strange, if you see Avengers, zote have been taken from that particular angle. Yeah, multiverse. Now, Spider-Man. Yes, Spider-Man also inakuanga na hiyo. But then of course, nikwambia kwa Bible, it's just tufika mahali we need to be aware that we are shifting and we are growing as humanity, and there's a particular truth tuna need kukuwa nayo, because if we don't know that truth, we find ourselves stuck. And I think I have that information that can be able to transition from where we have been before to where we actually need to be, because there is an energy of sorts in the environment that is making us move from the edges we have been before to the edge that we need to be. And of course, when you leave, you've not asked where multiverse is in the Bible, is in Genesis. And the other day I was just thinking about it, and I thought to myself, okay, in the creation story, we have on the 6th day, then God said, let us make man in our own image. And it says, then God made man, male and female, he made them. And it was good. And that was night came, day came, then it was. But curiosity ikakuwa. In chapter 1 though, there is no Adam, there is no Eve, there is just, then God created man, male and female, he created them. And that's it. So the whole story of Adam starts again in chapter 2, where then Adam was told to name all the animals, and then God saw it was not good, did all that. So why that language? And then it's not in bracket. It's not like it's a report speech, but it's not. It's something that is then God can. It's like it is happening now, or rather yesterday. The timeline is not, because it's Moses who wrote it, and he wrote it when creation had happened way back. So why would he say a report in that particular man like it just happened yesterday? So, and I realized the whole multiverse thing has always been with us. We think that there is a lot of time that has passed because we are locked up in a particular sense where our cognitive functions can't recognize time. And because we can't recognize time, we can only see matter and space. Now, of course, matter we are able to see very well. Space, some of us can see it better, others there's adjustment there, but space is one of those big things that no one actually has an idea. We differ. That's where we will argue. You see, when it's a cup, everybody knows it's a cup and there's no much argument when the cup is in front of you. But now when you talk about things to do with what is right, what is wrong, is this how the dress code should, if I dress like this, is appropriate, is not appropriate? Of course, that is space. Those things that we can be able to look like we know what our actions will cost in terms of consequences or future consequences, but no one is absolute about it. No one knows if I do this, this is where it will end. So that is us dealing with what is space. And so because we can't see time, that's why even that verse we don't notice that God is saying we were created, male and female, he created them. So the time he created Adam and we're given Adam and his story and all that, when he's taking mud and he's now molding and then he put breath, he had already, that moment had already happened. That's why he had created it. It's not he was going to create man. He, male and female, he created them. He had already created man. And that is what is motivus. That creation is happening now. This moment is permanent in time and space. Because time is the only constant. And then even your future has already happened. The same way, and it is happening now, the same way we're seated here is also your future happening, it's also your past happening. God is creating us now, we are living now, and we have still done whatever we need to do in the future at the same moment. It is all, it has happened. It's okay, maybe the best analogy would be a book. The writer writes the book and finishes. Now, when you're reading the book, you may be in a particular page, but your book imeisha. You get, the book has already ended. You have not reached the end, but the words and the ending of the book already has happened. All right. Now, whether you know it or you don't, and that is our lives, and that is what the multiverse is. That already our future has already happened. And it is happening, it happened the same time the beginning happened, the middle happened. The same time the writer was writing, he wrote everything first before the reader started reading. So he had finished creating man before he even molded now Adam into, he had already created us also. And even those that are to come are already here with us. It's just in our page, you can only be in a particular now, which is what we are. This moment is permanent, because this page in this particular thing called life, we can only be here, nowhere else. That's why it's impossible to move through timelines. It is not possible for you to go from one timeline to another, because time is permanent. It is not. It doesn't pass. It has happened. This is a so whatever thing we're living in, this time, this moment, this time, our matter in this space at this time cannot be changed. That has already been completed, and I hope we have understood a bit about what the multiverse is, and the idea why I was feeling that we need to talk about the multiverse first is because we need some introductory of other things that I will be interested in sharing with us, because we also need to understand that, you know what, everybody is right. Those ideas that we have locked up in the different religions, in the science, in our perceptions, where we think there is a difference between them and us, and this is our belief pattern. There is, everybody is actually right, because all knowledge has the same source, and the same source is the Almighty Himself. So it doesn't matter, even not believing in God, you want to be an atheist, you are right. Of course, yes, you may not want to give Him a name, but even them acknowledge some entity that allows or mitigates things to happen, because it is not, this can't not be unplanned. This can't just be something that happened, that we share to be human, that we have so much connections and so much in similar, and then no one designed it, it just happened. Nothing like that ever happens in this universe. Everything is by design, and I'm hoping that I will be able to also explain to us how everything is connected, so that we are able to also see ourselves and find harmony within ourselves, and realize that humanity can literally change, that whatever we have built is our construct. And of course, maybe I should have mentioned the issue of construct. And construct means this: in this world, you are alone. You have no one. You have no friends, no mother. That who you think is your mother or your friend is a constant you have built. You see, that's how the same person is a father to someone, a brother to another, is a son to another. It's because that person is a constant. Whoever who wants to see is that constant. So eventually, everybody is alone in this world, and so my message would be us realizing the first way in a multiverse. The multiverse is everything that is to be has been. Second, that there is no one else in this world except you. So if we say we cannot change this world, if we say people will always be corrupt, it's because you're corrupt, not people. You, because they are your constructs. It is us that have made this world as it is. Each and every one of us, this is our construct. And I will tell you for a fact, there is no good person in this world, including myself. Because if there was one good person, then they would have built better constructs of people around them. And we will be in utopia right now. But because we do not build those, because everything we see is what we have projected. Not, we want to call it reality, but it is not the reality. No one can know anyone. And no one can make anyone do anything or not do anything. Or even no one can make anybody happy. So all I'm simply saying is, eventually we have created a universe that is full of all this chaos. And I'm saying we can change it. Now, especially for who they have called the millennials. Because right now, they would age from 40 to around 24. And I think it is important for that particular generation to know that whatever they have felt or known was not wrong. And they can build a better world, not with violence, not with demeaning others, not with accusing others of causing, but realizing that the harmony they needed to make the change was within them, not the other person. And of course, that is why most, they say, religions, or even focus on Christianity for now, that it is said, do unto others as you'd want to be done for. Why you are the reference to doing what you would want to be done, it's because you are alone. It's because it's only you that can change or can be good or can. So anything you want, you get. There is no one else but yourself in this world. And that is how everything works. Now, that information is what I would want to share with us. Of course, sharing also things to do with personality and personality types. Yes, Maya was right. So was Jung's, Carl Jung's. Because when they talk about cognitive functions, that no one really ever explored beyond mapping the personality types. There is much more. Then we will understand ourselves. We will understand why we gravitate towards particular things and not others. How, when we're in chaos, that makes us behave, and how we end up making our problem be it is the other person's problem. And it's because every time someone says, if you point to someone's fingers are pointing at you, so you are the guilty part, and they're right also. That's what I'm saying. All knowledge is from God, and they're right. And to show us how we can find ourselves in harmony and in a world where we can enter what is the next age, because that's where the energy is driving us. Age of the people, where we shall be one people, where we shall understand that one of us is all of us, and all of us is one of us. Meaning, as an individual, you have the whole world with you. You're the whole world, and the whole world is you. So what you see outside there is no one who is, say, I have washed my hands, they are doing the chaos, me, I'm a good. No, you are not. Because the whole universe is you. So if you're murderers, you are a murderer, my friend. And if we are good people, if we are loving people, then it's because you are loving people. So what you see is you. Now, if there's anyone out there who is serious about changing this world, changing these systems, making them what they should be, and of course moving to that particular next level of awareness that humanity needs to be in, I would suggest that you subscribe to this particular channel, and share and distribute this to equally people, because this message that I will give is not for everyone. Maybe not today, another time, but I will explain ideas like what the Freemasons are and what they do. And of course, not because I am a Freemason. I figured it out because, you see, eventually God himself opens us to what is, because he wants us to move to the particular level that we need to be in. And maybe they know the stuff I know. Maybe I will also teach them, because they'll be shocked in terms of how I know what I know. But either way, all I'm saying is, can we, of course, share this with those who will benefit? And I know it's one or two people, it's not the whole world. If anything, I will expect a lot of fights from whatever I will share. But the idea is, it is, and I will loosely use the chosen ones, we will see it, and they will know what to do. And we will change these particular scenarios that we have, from these Putin wars, these corrupt governments, to a world whereby all humans will be great, but none will be greater than the other. That we shall all be in a place where we should be, or what humanity should have been. Now, of course, I don't know. I don't make a lot of YouTube videos or things like those. So I am hoping I will be able to be clear, and I will be able to communicate. And so feel free to comment and tell me what I need to do better. If you have questions about the multiverse, I won't talk about many things, but I thought to myself, let me stick to one idea at a time, because I do have a lot to share, so that I also do not undersell, or give a raw deal, or have people having more questions than answers, because I try to rush it. So today, this about the multiverse. And so if there is anyone, comment, ask me question, please, even advice, I don't mind. But I'll be talking about things like those. And of course, even religion, I will touch how it was all the same. How Christianity and Islam are the same. And it is Islam that validates Christianity, not, that's the point. That's the other. So no one has a reason to fight the other. So anyway, we will explain all that. So I hope you're able to see through the whole video. I think I'm done. Hii part ingine anaweza kata, so you don't need to record now this.